On behalf of your host, Steve D, this is Bruce Buffer saying thank you for tuning in to Xtreme Lyfe. And now, this is the moment Xtreme Lyfe fans around the world have been waiting for. It's time!
All right, everybody. Hey, this is Steve D. I am here at Xtreme Lyfe Podcast. I am here today with Charlie Hollywood Brown, MMA fighter. I mean, you got a whole heck of a lot going on, man. You got a lot of Muay Thai in your background. You got Jui Jitsu in your background. You look like you're at class right now.
Yeah, I'm actually teaching Jiu Jitsu class right now. So,
all right. Well, so you're double tasking right now. You're multitasking a little bit. And you've been fighting a long time. I mean, so tell me about this journey a little bit. What got you interested in it? Is it something you did when you were young and just kept going, or did you start it as an adult, or what happened?
I really got into it as an adult. It was something I've been doing since I was a kid, wrestling in high school, and started jiu-jitsu there. Been doing boxing since I was younger. My mom, uncle, and they were boxers. They used to box. So my granddad used to teach me and stuff. And it just went from there.
Okay. All right. So you come from a family of and had a lot of it around you, right? The combat sports.
My dad was a Marine, and he boxed when he was in the Marines and stuff too. So,
okay. Oh, and you also served, right? From what
I did some martial arts in the Army.
Okay.
As well.
And thank you for your service. So I want to tell you, I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So, and you've been fighting a while, and you're obviously, I heard you went to Thailand for some time and trained out there, and
I went there a few times. It was pretty good out there. I like going there.
Yeah. Yeah. And what was it like training out in Thailand? I mean, it had to be, I've had a couple of players on who've trained out there, and it's interesting, right?
It's the most, spiritual thing you can do, man. If you ever get a chance to go, the people there, like, amazing. They're nice. Like, everyone's genuinely nice. And it's one of those things where you'll never forget the experience. My first time going there, I was just like in awe, and I just kept going, like, every year, just kept going since then, with some friends of mine who go all the time and stuff. So it's awesome.
Awesome, man. Yeah. And the training out there is how different is it there from training in the US? I mean,
man,
it's dramatic.
Yeah, it's not like dramatic, but it's consistent, and it's like, it's fun. The trainers there, I try to run my classes exactly how we do it down there, and to give people that authentic that authentic training, the traditional style of Muay Thai. They really stick to their, like, traditional style and show you, and it fits perfectly into what I like to do and how I like to fight and things like that. So it's one of those things where you won't know until you go there. It's hard to explain until you, like, get there, and you're like, man, I got to get back. I got to get back.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So it's like, it's addictive, right? You get out there and you want to go back and train again. Because, like I said, I've had a bunch of different fighters, and a few of them train out there regularly on the show. And they, they all say, it's just a different experience when you're training out there. And it's the way they train is very different.
One second.
Yep.
Roll until roll for the next 30. Okay. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, you're rolling, huh?
Yeah.
Rolling. That's good to hear, man. I love it. I love it. So, you're a multi martial art guy. I mean, now besides Muay Thai and Jiu Jitsu, is there anything else you study, or are those the two main?
It started out when I was a kid and I was doing Taekwondo, and then I stopped doing Taekwondo because I got into a fight and tried to use that, and that didn't work. It didn't work as good as I thought it would, and so got my butt kicked and didn't like that. So then I transitioned into boxing and really put that together. And then from there, it's just wrestling, jiu-jitsu, boxing, Muay Thai. I learned some American kickboxing from Rick Rufus.
Okay, yeah.
He was like my first kickboxing coach.
Okay.
And that dude's amazing. I learned so much from that guy.
Yeah.
And after that, it just learning how to put it all together was one of those things that I had to learn. And once I did that, I just fell in love with the sport.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing too, right? It's not just learning these styles, but it's learning these styles and then learning how to use them all.
Oh yeah.
To make your style happen, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because otherwise, it's like you got all these pieces, but you got to figure out how to put the puzzle together, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it sounds like your path was a little bit like mine in the very beginning. Because I started very young at Taekwondo, went over to Ishinryu at one point or another, and then basically. Same thing happened. Got into a fight, realized real quick.
Yeah. This doesn't work. And I'm not saying that like it doesn't work, but at that time in my life, I'm like, this is bullshit. Like I can't use this, I was like, I got to do something a little bit more practical, so.
It works well if you don't fight someone who knows how to close the distance.
Exactly.
And
I mean, not everyone can be Lyoto Machida and
exactly.
use the karate like that, so.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna change this up a little bit. So
I mean, if you're at that level where you're super good with Taekwondo, you could learn how to keep somebody at that space where you can actually use it. But when someone gets in, like my mistake was I got in a fight with a kid on the wrestling team, and I got taken to the ground, and my Taekwondo was pretty much useless at that point.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do there. But I mean that's it's not a bad martial art. Like I said, it's all, every one of them, when you reach a certain level, can do amazing things for you, specifically self-discipline and other things like that. But, like you, I love jujitsu and Muay Thai and kickboxing. It just seems to be the thing, the way things have gone at this point, martial arts, and then kind of using them all in conjunction with each other. So what would you say your favorite, I mean, do you have a preference? Would you rather stand and go head to head with somebody, or do you like to go to the ground? What's your,
in all reality, in all seriousness, like I love jujitsu and I love Muay Thai. It just depends on which one I'm training more at that time. Like if I'm getting ready for a jiu-jitsu tournament, then like I'm all about jiu-jitsu. Or if I'm getting ready for a Muay Thai fight or Muay Thai tournament, then I'm all, like I love them both equally. But one tends to become more if I'm training that one more. Like right now I'm doing, getting ready for my next fight, and it's all about Muay Thai and stuff. So like my mind is focused on that. Like that's what I love doing, and still teaching my jiu-jitsu classes and still trying to do that and stuff. But it's not my focus right now until I get ready for like another jiu-jitsu tournament or something and get ready for that. So
the fight you have coming up, let's talk about that for a minute. So you have a fight coming up. So when is that fight? It's soon.
It's December 3rd in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay, so it's coming up. And are you currently in camp, or are you just kind of in that camp stage? I'm in camp right now. And I actually have training after this jiu-jitsu class, so I'll be, getting ready for that soon. Never end.
So, it's an ongoing thing all day long, so.
Yeah. No, it definitely, I mean, it has to be, I always say to be great at anything, to be really great at it, you have to be obsessed with it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely obsessed. Like people know, like this is my passion. It's my life. It's my career. Whether I hang up my gloves and continue to teach, like I would never. I don't see myself ever going away from the sport. I'll always be in the sport, one way or another, teaching the next generation or competing myself. And I still got some fire in me to still compete. So I still do it when I can, you know.
You're still in that age range. I mean, you're not outside the age range yet, you know. I mean, you got time to get out there, compete, and who knows where that could take you. You know what I mean? It takes a couple good matches and a good, you know, and then, you know, a couple good calls and you're good to go.
Yeah.
You know, so this fight coming up is a MMA fight, right?
No, this one it's a Muay Thai fight with Ignite Fights.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. The matchmaker for LFA has its own promotion called Ignite. And, you know, I fought on LFA. I have a few guys who fought on there. And we know the matchmaker, Jeremy, well, and he asked me, him and his partner, Nora, I believe it's her name. Sorry, Nora, if I messed up your name, but
shout out to LFA, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, we'll credit. And
they asked me if I would be interested in fighting on their show, and I said sure. You know,
why not?
Why not? And if anybody who knows me, they know like I'll fight anyone. I don't care who it is, as long as he makes weight, I make weight. You know, I'll step in there with anybody. I don't really, you know, worry too much on what another person's skill set is or anything, because I know I'm just as tough. You're not gonna do anything new to me, you know, that I haven't seen already or haven't worked on or been hit with. So, you know, I just get in there and do what I'm capable of doing, win or lose. I try to have as much fun as possible when I do it. And, you know, I try to fight like a monster. And I got a big following. I have a lot of people who support me. So, you know, I go in there and just do what I'm capable of doing.
Well, at the end of the day, that's all you can do, right? At the end of the day, you know, you can only train as much as you could train, as much as you can do. And then whatever it is on fight day or comp day or whatever it is, because like I said, I do a lot of different sports. I'm involved in CrossFit. I'm involved in a lot of different things. You know, that being said, it's whatever it is on game day. You just got to do what your body can handle on that day. You know,
so as long as I know I trained well and I go out there and perform, I know for a fact I'm gonna have a good performance regardless, win or lose. Most of my losses have been by like a close decision or something, you know, and it is what it is. It sucks. Some I thought, you know, I did enough, you know, and you know how judges are these days. So
never. No, they say never leave.
Never leave it to the judges, man. Never leave.
Especially because most of them, even now, it's like you think by now it'd be a little bit different, but most judges are, and no, all due respect to judges. I mean, they have a tough job, but you know, the fact of the matter is, you know, most of them are boxing judges. Out of boxing. When you see somebody go taken down, I mean, it's really like it's a whole different scoring method. I'm not a huge fan of the 10-point must system and all that. But I think they need I don't know what the right answer is. But I know that
I think judges should be actual ex-fighters, you know, like that's my opinion, because they, especially like ex-fighters from the sport, who really understand it as the fighter's perspective and what actually needs to be looked for, and you know what we're doing in there, because you know you're getting these judges who never step foot in the ring. They might know the sport, but they never step foot in the ring, so you can't really determine everything. You know, unless it's a one-sided fight, you know, like the guy just got his ass completely beaten, you know. But, you know, when you get those close fights, you know, it's like, how do you judge this? You know, if you're not looking at it as a fighter, you know, you're just looking at it as a spectator who happens to be a judge. That's how I see it. So,
well, you know, you and I have probably both seen fights where we're screaming at the TV. or at the event, screaming at the ring, going, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, every week.
Because you saw a fight and someone seemed to be dominating, and then it gets to decision. Yeah, and the judges go the other way, and you're like, "What the hell just happened? How did that work?" And sometimes it's just, hey, here's the thing. And we saw it, I think, last week, and I can't remember the fight in UFC, but someone had domination for most of the round on top, but they didn't do any work. They didn't get anything done while they had the top position. So it's basically just laying on the other person for 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. And while that was going on, I mean, I think the judges just viewed that as somebody had control for, which you can be in control from the bottom position too. You and I probably both know that. In a jiu-jitsu perspective, just because someone's on the bottom doesn't mean they're losing. But it's just you get upset and you look at that and you go, how the hell did that happen? And
I hate those things, man.
It drives me nuts. I'm sitting here yelling and everything else at the TV, but what are you going to do? It's part of the game. And I agree with you. I think the judges should be at some point all ex-fighters, and I think we'll get there. I mean, I think at some point, enough will retire and want to stay a part of the sport and end up in that position where they're doing that. You're seeing that a lot in commentary.
They're becoming more, instead of becoming judges, they're becoming commentators. And I understand why. It's pretty much, like, I don't know, like I understand why becoming commentators, like they're really explaining everything that's going on. But like with that kind of knowledge, we need judges like that,
I agree 100%. So you're in camp now. What's the weight you're fighting at? You're fighting at
205.
You're fighting at light heavyweight. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm getting older. I don't want to cut weight down to 85 anymore. Like, and I'm comfortable at 205. I figured this. I don't want to do MMA at 205, but I do jiu-jitsu at like 210 and above at like heavyweight. Yeah. And I figure if I can do jiu-jitsu at this, I can do kickboxing at this. Because I don't mind getting hit with boxing gloves, and like I could do this weight class and kickboxing. I spar with a lot of big guys, and stuff like that. And I feel like I'm in jiu-jitsu, and I go to jiu-jitsu tournaments all the time, and I'm going against these heavyweights and I'm beating them, high level guys too. And I figure if I can do that, 205 and kickboxing should be good as well. And I feel comfortable. I feel healthier there, honestly. That's why I do it. So
I feel better at that weight. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of these drastic weight cuts, to be honest.
Yeah. In the beginning of my career, it was like that. I was like, I got to get down. I fought at 55. I fought at 70. I fought at 85. And, 70, I felt great because I was younger and I was smaller. I was able to keep the weight down. And then as I got older, went up to 85. Yeah. And, then there was a period of time I didn't fight for a while. And all I did was lift weights. And I got used to, having the weight on me. Yeah. And made the decision to fight at 205 and see where that goes.
No, it's like I said, if you feel good at that weight, that's a good weight. Like I said, I've seen people pass out on the scale. I've seen all kinds of crap like that. And I'm like, this should be an indication. You should not be cutting to this weight. Yeah. If you're in that condition when you hit the scale, And, the only thing, like I said, for me, I weigh about right now I'm at 204 as of this morning. So I'm around that same area, 205. But, I always say, like, if I was going to fight MMA, though, I would have to cut because the guys at 205 are like 6'3".
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
that's what sucks is like, I'm like 6 foot, 6'1", and everybody I fight is just always taller than me, just
at 205, that's gonna be it, man.
Yeah. Cool thing about this fight in Muay Thai is like they found a guy who was around my height and things. I was like, hey, if I fight for you guys, like find me somebody who's not 7 feet tall, like find me an opponent somewhat around my height and somebody who can be around my height. So
someone I could get to, somebody I can reach because those guys with those monsters that are like 6'5" or whatever that are huge. You know, they got to reach, man. You can't get them. If you get inside and take them down, it doesn't matter, but you got to get there.
Yeah.
You know? And that's the thing. So, you know, all right. So you got a good fight coming up. I mean, it looks like you've been fighting a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound like there's anything slowing you down. You're moving, and you're going to keep moving. And I'm going to, you know, I'll definitely be tuning into that fight to check it out.
Sounds good.
Yeah, no, definitely want to check it out. So we have, are you checking out UFC this weekend?
That's the plan. I'll see. Hey guys, keep it down a little bit. I got my son's football game on Saturday, and then my niece's birthday. So hopefully I can get out of there in time to, you know, go home and watch some fights. So.
Well, it's they're doing it early.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I hate about Abu Dhabi. When they do Abu Dhabi,
you gotta wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's like you're fighting in the morning, and then the main card starts at like 2 PM. You're like, oh my. Mm-hmm. But you know, so what do you think? I mean, do you want to quickly go through a couple of those fights real quick?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right, Sean O'Malley versus Peter Yan.
Whew, that's gonna be a good one. I'm a big fan of Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, me too.
You know, him and I both trained at the lab together. Not together, but like, you know, we both trained there, and I know how we get work done over there at the lab. You know, and I was there at the lab when it first, you know, I was part of the first fight team there. So, you know, to see where it is now and the guys coming out of there, like I'm always supportive of those people. And I like his style, you know what I mean? Like he goes in there with the attitude, he goes in there with the skill, and, you know, he's not a chump about, you know.
He leaves nothing on the table. He comes in. Yeah. But then again, you look at Peter Yan, he's no slouch either. I mean, he's a beast too. So it's like,
I think a little bit with like the height advantage, like I'm being biased, but like I'm going for Sean O'Malley.
That's okay, man.
You know, he's my boy, but it's going to be a really good fight. I think that's going to be a really good fight. That's
going to be one of my favorite ones on the card. I think I really like that fight. I think, you know, it's just going to be a knockdown, drag out, beat each other till someone's out. It's probably what's going to happen. I do not see that fight going the distance.
No, not at all.
No, but all right. So then we got Aljamain Sterling versus TJ Dillashaw.
I got Aljamain on that. I'm not a big TJ fan. I don't know. I just think for me personally, I think he's one dimensional. You know, and unless he's changed up some things and added some new tricks, you know, like I don't see him being too crafty with things, you know, being, you know, taking a little bit of risk and being a little bit more creative in his game.
Yeah.
But Aljamain, you know, he's it's kind of rough, you know, like he gives you that rough style, and like he's going to try to make the situation better the best he can. So I like how crafty he is, and you know, he doesn't mind taking. I like those guys who can take risk, you know, and do that kind of thing, you know. So
he's definitely, you know, and he's on point from what I hear, and TJ was taking a bunch of crap online this week because he's posting pictures of them all ripped, and then everybody's going on the steroid kick with him. You know? They're tearing him down pretty darn good. But you know, Aljo trains right in my backyard, so it's one of those, you know, he's at Law MMA with some of the best trainers in the world. I mean, he got, you know, Ray Longo, hands down one of the best striking coaches on the planet. And
that's what I'm trying to get, man. That's what I'm trying to get.
Well, hey,
trying to be in that as I'm teaching my guys, you know, and getting my knowledge. I'm trying to have my name in that mix one day. So
it's all just I mean, Ray's been doing it a long time. He was one of the first guys out there doing it. I mean, he, you know, and he got Matt Sarah over there and Chris Weidman over there as well. And Merab Douashvili, they're all over there. right around, like I said, right in Long Island, right up the road from me. So I think Aljo, I'll have to go with you on that one. I think Aljo is going to win it. I think it'll be a good fight, but I think Aljo is going to take it. Aljo will just find a way to capitalize. And one thing he's really good at, if you watch a lot of his fights, is he'll find one thing that really works on you.
Yep.
And he'll stick with it. He'll keep
drill it that whole time. Yeah,
exactly.
That's one of my favorites.
And then we have as the main event, we have Charles Oliveira versus Makhachev. What do you think about that one?
I got I don't know, because I like both.
Yeah.
But Charles Oliveira, that dude is a savage. Like
that dude, there's no doubt.
His ground game, like my pick is him in that fight by submission, only because I know, he's brutal when it comes to when he snatched something up, like he's taking that limb home, whether it's the neck, the arm, the leg, something's coming, but his stand up is also great too. So I think he's going to cause a lot of problems because of how fast he is and, how he moves with the strike.
Yeah.
But, the other guys, those Russian dudes, there's
something special over there too. I'm going to tell you, all those guys, especially the Dagestani guys I've seen come over and they're feeding them something. I don't know what's in the water out there. But
So if he can be very vigilant on his ground game, because he's going to get taken down, or they're going to work that.
Yeah.
So if he can capitalize on that and figure out ways to get in good on that, I think he's going to do very well. He's not one of those guys that just try to find a submission. Like, he's throwing strikes as he's doing it too, to open up things and things like that. So,
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I think all three of those fights are, to me, like must-watch fights. I mean, they're definitely on that. You got to watch it because it's just. I think all of them are going to be great unless something weird happens. But I think they're all going to be really good fights. I don't know if
I don't think any of those guys are like afraid to engage. Like you get these like super fights that everyone wants, and then like the guys go in and they don't do nothing. It's just like, oh, watching. It's like, okay, somebody do something, and then that last minute of the round is when they want to, throw. These guys, in these fights, like they go for it, from the moment the bell rings to the moment the bell rings. So
I think their game plan, each one of them is going to be going there and try to win by either TKO or submission. Get the win, get the victory. None of them are trying to play the long game.
They're all finishers, so that's going to be something good to see.
It's not going to be a fight that you watch and go, well, there's 25 minutes I'll never get back.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, but no, that's awesome, man. Hey, good luck on your fight, man. I really appreciate you coming on. Is there anything else you want to throw out there? Where can people find you? Where could be anybody you want to toss out there to promote?
You can find me on Facebook, Charlie Hollywood Brown. Hollywood with 2 D's. You can find me on Instagram. It's Hollywood 7114, and you can also find me on sorry.
It's all right.
Dang it. Freaking thing.
You all right?
Yeah. And I also have my fighter page. It's called Hollywood. On there, you can find me. My gym is located in Kimberly, Wisconsin. It's called Ronin Muay Thai. But you can also find me here, either teaching or training. I also, I'm a big part of the Team Vaghi, right under Rodrigo Vaghi and Jui Jitsu. So we have a lot of affiliate gyms out here as well. So
cool. Well, next time I'm out in Wisconsin, I will absolutely come check you out.
Yeah, come check us out, man. And we got, I got some good sponsors and stuff out here. And I also train at the Blast in Madison, Wisconsin. They're a big kickboxing gym out there, and the coach there, his name is Mark Evans. That dude's a monster. Like his thought process is just like mine, and just the way we pick things apart and put things together, and how we talk to our students. It's we have the same goal in mind with what we're trying to achieve in our gym. So it's really nice working with them. I fought with Bushido 3. They're sponsoring me for this fight. That's under Lawrence Peterson. He's he runs a big kickboxing gym as well. He has a bunch of MMA fighters. My nutritionist Christina, she's been helping me out a lot with everything. And then, as always, my manager Deanna, she does a lot for me outside and in the background that a lot of people don't know about. So I really appreciate, everything that she's done for me since she's become my manager. So.
Yeah, no, she's awesome. And I definitely want to give a shout out to Deanna, who hooked this interview up. She is DMTD's management and training, and she's awesome. And like I said, it's just it's definitely cool to talk to you. And
yeah, you too.
Definitely come. I'll definitely next time I was just in Madison not that long ago at the CrossFit Games, so I was covering the CrossFit Games out there.
All right.
A few months.
Well, yeah.
Back.
Next time you're out here, man, you make sure you contact me.
I will
absolutely the lessons together.
Absolutely, man. Come out
All
there,
right.
go with you. So anyway, listen. Thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate it, and good luck on your fight. I'll be checking it out. We'll get you back on in the future, man.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Charlie. Be good, man.
You too. Have a good one.
You got it, brother.